Hello everybody, welcome back to the back post. I'm going to do it again. Hello everybody, welcome back to the back post. Hope everyone's good. I hope everyone's well. Today we've got a Chelsea Sheffield United preview. Well, I almost forgot who we were playing. I'm going to do that again. Hello everybody, welcome back. Hello everybody, welcome back to the back post. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all well. Today we've got a Chelsea Sheffield United preview, but before that, obviously I've got to say it, please like this video, please comment down below, and also please subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate every person that subscribes. We're trying to grow a little community here and it's growing ever so slowly, so we really appreciate anyone that presses that lovely red button. Right, let's get into it. So yeah, it looks like our brilliant run of games is going to come to an end Saturday because the international breaks afterwards. Yay! I love international football. I don't want to shit on it too much, but the international breaks keep coming this year at shit times, and arguably, should they be being played anyway? Probably not, but they're being played. So our run of games, our fun run of games, will be coming to an end this weekend. And it's against a very much struggling Sheffield United at home. So, let's talk about the last game. We played Rennes, and it was absolutely class. It really was. It felt like we never really stepped out of second gear. We just kind of controlled that game and took the win, and it was almost easy. And to say that a Champions League game was easy against anyone is a good thing to say, I think. So, of course, that's our 5th clean sheet in a row. And who's counting, really? Who's counting? No one. But you know, that's evident. It's evident that the Mendy and Silva inclusion into this team has just absolutely made a difference, and it's revitalised our defence massively. You know, it's night and day. It's night and day when you look at the start of this season, and then you look at now, and it's just completely different. And the difference is them two weren't playing. And it's as easy as that, surely. So you know they've just made such a difference to these games, and also like they've made other players look better. Zuma on his own or with Christensen has looked just not competent at all, but when he's in this squad recently, he has just stepped up. He's a beast. He controls, and that's what playing with a good player does. You see it at Liverpool. Joe Gomez isn't that great, but when he's next to Van Dijk, he's fucking incredible, and that's just that's what's happening right here. So yeah, Zuma, learning off him, I'm really happy with that. Reece James, arguably the man of the match last game. I know Timo won it, but Reece was class. That right hand side was his. He dominated it. And yeah, he's becoming such a full and complete fullback, and you know he's really just step up his game since last season. Last season he was class. This season he's putting our club captain out of a position. That's how good he's being, you know. And a lot of people saying, why did you let go of Lamptey? It was because we got this lad here, this really class footballer. So yeah, no, he's stepped up. Chilwell's slotted in there perfectly as well. Like, he's been a Chelsea player all his life, hasn't he? That's just the way it feels. If we move to the midfield, we are just becoming more dominant in that midfield. I think a problem was we just never controlled the midfield. It was always lost, or it was always retrieving the ball a bit too late. Whereas now I think, you know, we, especially against Rennes, this was very evident that we are just going to try and dominate that midfield. This helps when Kante's played in his right position. Both Sarri and Frank have tried to do this now, and it never really seems to work. But when you play him in his right position, and when he's fit, he does a job. He sits there, he sweeps up. When we lose the ball, he's retrieving it as soon as possible. He's like 50 men on one pitch. That has a big part to play. But also, again, against Rennes, it was evident that the press is something that Frank's really wants the team to do, and obviously Mason Mount is the man to like do it on the pitch. It's kind of like the embodiment of Frank on the pitch, and Frank's ideas, because he's the first man that's starting the press. And whenever Rennes got the ball in that first half, particularly, there's about 3 Chelsea players around him, and probably one of them was Mason Mount, especially in that midfield area. I'm not arse-licking too much before people start saying you have a Mount agenda. I'm just stating facts. He was really good in that game, and he helps us control the midfield, and that's where the games can be won or lost. And then, of course, up front, the front is banging. Unfortunately, Pulisic was injured that the other week. which meant, Tammy keeps his place, Werner stays out on that left, and ZIYECH on the right, and fuck me, it's working. It's working. You tell me last season or start of this season, Tammy's going to be a bit of a false nine for you. I'd be like, what are you talking about? No, he won't. But he's been that. He's allowing Werner and ZIYECH to be the best players they can be, and it's because of Tammy in that position. And he's really just like keeping himself in that starting 11. He's really just bullying his way into the team. And I think I saw an interview at the end of last year, and people were like interviewing Tammy and said, what do you think of all this talent coming in, and are you worried about your space and stuff? And he went, this is Chelsea. They're going to be, talented players in every single position. I've got to fight for my position, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And he fucking did as well. I can't believe he's forcing his way into this team, and he absolutely deserves it, I think. Basically, what I'm saying is the whole team's clicking. And I know I'm a very excitable person. Josh is quick to point this out a lot, but I'm very excited about this. Things seem to be clicking. It isn't perfect, but you're seeing areas of the pitch starting to work, and it's all looking good. So I'm gassed. And all that's being said, I'm going to go into what I want the team to look like going against Sheffield this weekend. So yeah, of course, the back line, it's going to be Mendy, it's going to be James, Silva, Zuma and Chilwell. It's going to be. That's just the best back four we have at the moment. If all them boys are fit, we'll play them. If they can keep their fitness levels up, of course, they'll be playing. We have players to come in and rest some players at certain points, and like what happened with Thiago Silva recently, when he flew to Brazil and then flew back and wasn't ready for the next flight and stuff. That's fine, but when they're all fit, especially in the Premier League, we want to be pushing in the Premier League now. So that's the back line. For me, the midfield, I'm going for something different. Something I haven't mentioned yet is that Havertz is tested positive for coronavirus. Of course, we all hope he recovers well and hope he's okay. But it's a massive shame in the fact that the midfield loses out, him, and he's a class player. But I've had an idea. I think this might be good. This could be good. So Frank in the last game against Rennes, he played Jorginho instead of Havertz, and then maybe reverted back to a bit of a double pivot. And them two words, everyone's hating at the minute. Double pivot. No one wants to see it. No one wants to see it. No one wants to see it, Frank. So I had an idea, right? You want to play Kante at the base, of course. That's just him. He's good. I still want a 4-3-3. I want Mount in there because of his form. And then maybe we drop Ziyech back. Maybe he drops back into more of an attacking 8 role, same as Havertz has been doing. He's more than capable. He's played there in the past. He's played there for Ajax. I think he played there more than he did out on the wing for them. So let him play that more attacking midfield role. And then you bring Hudson-Odoi in on that right wing. So then you have Hudson-Odoi, Tammy and Werner out on the left. That for me could be a really good system to play. Basically the 4-3-3 system we had with Havertz, but instead bringing in Callum and putting Ziyech there. That's the versatility of the players we have right now. Havertz can play up front, he can play in cam, he can play up and the wing or whatever. Same with Ziyech. Werner, he's out on the left wing, but he's a striker, but he's performing and getting goals there. So that's how I think we should line up. I think that will utilise, the players we got, and I also think that will help with the double pivot problem that we have. So yeah, of course, we're coming up against a struggling Sheffield United, and this was said against Burnley. Although it was a great performance, there's always that massive caveat that, you were playing a shit Burnley. Right, but every game in the Premier League is difficult. We know that, no matter what the form of them players. And to be honest, if you say to me, you're coming up against a Sheffield United that are struggling at the minute, it worries me a little bit, because these teams need big games to turn their season around. If they go get a win against a big club, people will look at them differently. It'll be better press, better mentality, and then they push forward from there. And when we saw last season, we underestimated them and they beat us, and we drew, and that was so we took 1 point out of 6 from Sheffield United last season. So they're not to be overlooked. That being said, they've got 1 point. They're really struggling. They're a shadow of the team last season. I sound like really just contradict. I've just done a full U-turn, and but ultimately, like I'm saying, they do. The idea scares me, but the confidence I have right now with the back line to keep another clean sheet. When Mendy's tested, he comes through. If Silva and Zuma are playing, I've got all the confidence in the world. if I'm going to do a prediction, I'm going to go for a hat-trick of 3-3s. I think it's going to be a third 3-3 in a row, and it'll be the best way to end this international break. Yeah, that's it. That's my preview. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think the score's going to be? What do you think? How do you think the game's going to play out? Let me know what you think about the formation as well. I think I quite like that. It's more of a what I want to see more than a predicted lineup. If it was going to be a predicted lineup, it'll probably be the double pivot, but that's what I want to see. And like I said at the start of the video, please do like, please do subscribe. We really do appreciate everyone that interacts with us. If you comment as well, we reply to as many people as we can, so please do get in the comments and tell your dads. Ran out of breath at the end.